Guess we don't have to worry about Farah then. Wow.
I'm gone.
Nice noises here. Coppers. Tiefling painter. Let's talk to her. You see a slender tiefling girl standing with her back to you. You notice that both her hands and the upbended table in front of her are smeared with a fresh coat of what appears to be pink paint. She seems oblivious to your approach. Greetings. At the sound of your voice, the girl turns her head to regard you. Her face, though somewhat dirty and spattered with drops of pink, is strikingly beautiful. She flashes you a wide, mischievous smile, then returns her attention to the makeshift canvas. Leave the girl to her painting.
All right. All right. I'm gone.
I think. Starved dog barking thug, great. This will teach you not to go around painting people in their sleep.
All right.
Painted thug. Okay. You guys need to learn how to fight. I'll show you how to do it. Yeah. Rusty dagger.
Okay. Hi. Why not?
I'm gone.
Okay.
All right.
Seems like a nice place.
I'm gone. All right.
Bandages.
I'm gone. I'm gone.
Tiresias. You see an aging man dressed in tattered rags. As you draw nearer, you discover that he is missing both his eyes. The scarred tissue of his eyelids has receded into his empty sockets, giving his features the macabre appearance of a decaying skull. Greetings. The old man turns in your general direction, his arms outstretched as if feeling for you. Darkness, who be in voice? The friend words I'll speak of you and call chaos. Speak the words of chaos and you'll call me friend? Is this jumbled up scrambled speak really necessary? The old man cocks his head to one side, his sightless gaze fixed on empty space. Chaos of you are not pot snot. Has everyone here lost their minds? Walk, not talk. Talk is complete, completed to completion. He turns his back to you, apparently done with the conversation. Look, old man, you better give me some straight answers or you will soon be missing more than just your eyes. No.
I'm gone.
No.
Done. All right. I'm gone.
Over here, really, Sybil. You see a figure hidden amid the shadows in the corner of the room. As you draw near, a young woman steps out to reveal herself. She is dressed in a loose-fitting tunic, which, together with her short-cropped hair and slender frame, gives her a rather boyish appearance. I wouldn't go in there if I were you. She nods in the direction of the door on the south wall. Why? What's beyond the door? She winces at the sound of your voice, putting a finger to her lips to indicate silence. She pauses for a moment, then answers in a hushed voice. A whole mess of them howling lunatics, that's what. Looks like they're having some sort of gathering. Won't be able to get through to the alley until they're clear out. Howling lunatics. Is there an echo in here? Yes, howling lunatics. They belong to the starved dog barking gang. band of barmy chaositect thugs that plague this part of the hive. How many of them are in there? I counted about a dozen of them. Of course, I was peeking through a crack in the door, so I could be off by a handful or so. A dozen or so, that's hardly a challenge. Looks like we'll have to fight our way through. Is there another way to get through? There may be another way to get past those animals without a fight. There is another door that leads in there, but from what I was able to see, there are stacks of wooden crates along the same wall as the other door. It may be possible to sneak from that door to the exit on the other side of the room. There's only one problem. What would that be? The door's locked. I tried it. My guess is that the key is on one of the thugs upstairs. I'm not alcoved enough to go up there looking for it, though. She folds her arms across her chest and stares at you expectantly. If the key is up there, I'll find it.
Updated my journal.
If you do manage to live long enough to find the key, the door is in a room to the southeast. I'll be watching from the shadows. If you can unlock the door and make it out of the alley in one piece, I'll be right behind you. Great. Now, who the hell are you? Well, okay.
All right. I'm gone.
Upstairs, she says. Silver bracelet.
Done. All right. Done. Locked.
We need to
I'm
find
gone.
a key.
Done.
I'm already looking for a key. Pry bar. Well, okay.
Done. I'm gone.
Free jink. Ah,
I'm gone.
traps.
All right. Done.
Thugs.
Damn it! Damn it!
Come on now.
I'm gone.
This is what I get for getting into a scrape.
Yeah, I guess it is. You seem pretty worthless. Let's use that bandage you have, and here's a blood charm. Actually, gaudy ring. It's another ring of the traveler. It's the ring she gave me. You said you didn't want to wear it, so I'm making you wear it. Just because.
Die.
Yes.
I'm gone.
Okay.
Why not?
What's up? Sure, why not?
All right.
Upstairs. Looks like some company behind that door. Okay.
Done.
Mort in the front. That's good. Come on. What the hell?
Done.
Yeah.
Veterans, okay.
Done. Done. Damn. Die.
Yeah.
Huh? Okay. Okay.
All right.
Uh-oh. Starved Dog Mage. That sounds like...
Prime scum.
Oh, forward. Well, try to cast spells while we're punching your lights out. Really? So what the hell is this? Would be nice if we could see the spell effects, actually. 59% of party experience. Tenement key.
Done. Done.
And another thug. Great.
Your path is mine.
Well, your
path is mine.
pathfinding
I
is...
shall serve.
Sure, why not?
All right.
Well, whatever it was, I think it's worn off now.
I'm gone.
So...
I'm gone. I'm gone. Locked.
Okay, yeah, that was not the key for that door, right? Wow, lots of free jink lying about. Well, we're just gonna have to use these blood charms, they're not that expensive. More thugs.
I'm gone. The rock sings true.
Let me guess, Rusty Dagger. No. Dirty Rat Charm.
I'm gone. All right. All right. All right. All
Okay.
right. Damn. Dungeons Valley. Done. All right.
Always.
Good as done.
Done.
Always search.
You know, it wouldn't kill you to say a few words to me, Fiendling. Or hug me. Or kiss me.
Yeah, dream on, Mort. Okay, so this is the room they're howling in. Well, I guess we better prepare for a fight. The veteran was actually pretty tough. Yeah, we could use cloth charms, I guess. Gives resistance to piercing and slashing attacks. Nah. Cloud kill. Cloud to attack a target, yeah, that could also be used, I guess.
I shall serve.
We have a few spells too. Scripture of Steel, I think, is appropriate.
Insert the mon's name.
And you, my friend, have strength, so you can put on Mort. Gives him pretty decent strength.
In enduring, grow strong.
You can use power 1. So that should be pretty decent buffs. Okay. A few thugs here, yes. Veterans. Elysium's tier, yeah, maybe. Actually. Okay, that didn't seem to do anything.
All right.
Bit sad.
All right.
Shit, yeah. Whoa.
I'm gone.
Yep. Ball lightning, maybe. Okay, let's see. Ball lightning, maybe. Yeah, it seemed to work.
I feel stronger. I am wounded.
God damn it, Dakon.
See that?
Wow. Yep.
Did you see that?
Again. How does he manage? let's kill off the lesser thugs first, actually. They're easier. Kill. They can get them good hits as well.
Getting into a scrape.
Wow. Mort actually getting injured also. Maybe we should regroup.
I hear your words.
This is what I get for getting into a scrape.
Seriously. Okay. And I wasn't
Not the fiendling.
not that useful.
I'm hurt.
Ah, shit. Uh-oh, she had the blood charms. No, Mort had them. Good. Good, good. Veterans left.
Damn. I'm hurt.
Come on.
Did you see that?
Yeah, I did see that. Well, pretty tough battle actually. Pretty tough.
All right.
But I guess we're through it. Used up our blood charms quick enough.
Good as done. Sure, why not?
But they're not that expensive.
Okay. Good as done. Sure, why not?
Okay, here we go. Small red key. Tenement storeroom key. Battle axe, no thank you. Okay, let's see if there's any more in here. That was the full extent. Wow, gold ring, tarnished silver bracelet, copper commons, knot charm. I think it's already paid off. Actually, yeah, Tear of Saliru Day. Farah didn't say anything about it. So let's use that. Why not? Constitution 13. Should be able to get Constitution 14. Indeed. Constitution increased permanently.
All right.
Bloodfly charm. Wow, a bunch of stuff actually. You had not charms there too. Charcoal charms nobody's using. Actually, a embalming charm is one of the things we might actually use. Can organize the inventory later.
Done.
Okay, that's the door. We're heading for. I must say, Cutter, I'm impressed. I thought for sure those animals would chew you up good. Well, I guess I should thank you. She pauses for a moment, then reaches into her pouch and pulls forth a small green gemstone. Here, this one's on the dogs. See you around, Cutter.
Updated my journal.
Farewell, Sybil, whoever you were. Journal. Somehow I can't help thinking that it won't be long before she winds up in trouble again. Yeah, thief, I guess. Also, we leveled up actually. Let's do that. Wow. 1 characteristic point gained. +1 intelligence gained. +10 hit points gained. Fighting skills have improved. Spell memorization abilities have increased. Damn, son. That's a lot of improvement. 18 intelligence now. Constitution is 14. Wisdom 17. Actually, we should increase wisdom because we couldn't get any further with the teachings of Serthimon, and I tried increasing my intelligence temporarily and didn't help, so I'm guessing that's wisdom based. So increasing wisdom by 1 point. Cool. Anyone else who's gonna level up? Not for a while. Anna is almost leveling up her thief level. Cool, then I'm gonna actually do this. Talk to Dakon.
What is your will?
There are things I would know, Dakon. I've read Unbroken Circle of Serthimon. I want to speak to you more about the way. Okay, so now I have another alternative actually. I know that Serthimon's devotion to the people was such that he was willing to protect them from themselves. He knew the Illithids had come not to know themselves in their obsession with control and domination, so he chose to stop Gith before she carried the people to their deaths. There must be balance in all things, or else the self will not hold. Okay. So, yeah, it was definitely wisdom. You have seen the words and know them. Dakon's voice slows and his hands grip the edges of the unbroken circle. He twists it clockwise and there's a click as 2 plates slide forth. Dakon stares at the 2 plates in his hands. He makes no move to hand them to you. Dakon, is that 2nd plate for you? Dakon falls silent. His blade has ceased shimmering, the film freezing upon its surface. He is staring at the 2nd plate, paralyzed. Do you know the 6th circle? Dakon looks up, but his cold black eyes do not meet your gaze. No, there is nothing more I may teach you. You know the way as the people know it, and it shall give you the direction by which you may know yourself. That's not what I asked. Do you know the circle or not? Dakon is silent for a moment, then speaks, his voice slow and careful. It has come to pass that I do not know the 6th circle of Serthamon. Once I knew it, but I know. Now I only saw the words. Dakon's eyes stare through you. That is all. It is my path that I no longer know the way of Serthamon. Dakon, there is one other thing I would know. Why is Wilkar's eye in the circle of Serthamon? It seems strange. It tells of how the people benefited from a treachery from their own, it seems. Dakon's eyes flash. I've told you it is part of the telling of how the people came to know freedom. Do you not listen? His voice flattens as if he is reciting a passage from memory. It tells the people that even in the greatest treachery, a greater knowing may be achieved. It doesn't sound to me like you believe that. I think there's another reason Vilkar's eye is in the circle of Serthamon. It is set there because of the 6th circle and the pronouncement of 2 skies. It's there to justify Serthamon's treachery to the people upon the blasted plains. Dakon is silent and his blade bleeds into a dead black, teeth rippling along the edge. He divided the people upon the blasted plains, Dakon. He divided your race when they were on the path of victory. I would like to believe that it was because he wished to save the people from themselves, but I don't think you believe that. Dakon is silent for a moment, then speaks slowly. I do not know the 6th circle as it is known to others. I fear that the 3rd circle and the 4th circle and the 6th circle are more closely linked than many know. It is in that knowing that I have lost myself. In the 3rd circle, Serthamon submerged his will to deceive the Illithids. Then in the 4th circle it speaks of the benefits of treachery. Then in the 6th circle, Serthamon divides his people before they exterminate the Illithids. Do you think Serthamon's words may not have been his own? Know my words and know the wound that lies upon my heart. I fear that when Serthamon was upon the Pillars of Silence, he did not submerge his will. I fear his will was taken from him by the Illithids. And when he spoke upon the blasted plains, it was their words he spoke. I fear that what he did was not for the people's sake, but for our former masters. It's possible, but no, it doesn't necessarily mean that.
Updated my journal.
Then know this and speak of it no more. Dakon's voice is like a knife. Know that I shall never know the truth. There is no resolution to this matter, for I shall never know Serthamon's heart upon the blasted plains. His cold black eyes stare at the stone circle in his hand. And so I do not know myself because of the unbroken circle of Serthamon. Very well, Dakon. We'll discuss this no more. Let's move on. Interesting. So we got Sixth Circle of Serthamon. Allows user to copy balance in all things into spellbook. Level 4 spell. No. Level 4 or 5 seconds. Oh,
It's in my spell book.
copy the spell into your spellbook.
Spell has been added to my teachings.
Let us see. Balance in all things. Level 3 spell. This spell only affects the caster. Whenever the caster is attacked while the spell is in effect, all hostile creatures within a 10-foot radius take equal damage. It lasts for 1 attack per 4 levels of the caster, and the effects are not cumulative. Interesting. Let's explore this alley, and then
All right.
when we are done with this, maybe we can
All right.
continue examining the teachings of Serthamon. They're quite profitable, it seems.
I'm gone.
Daedus.
All right.
Let's talk to Anna.
Hey, what is it you want then?
So, where's the place where you found my body? She says she found it in a strange alley. Well, this is a strange
gone.
alley, so... Okay, that's a strange place. This dilapidated structure seems on the verge of collapse. Several boards have recently been nailed into place to reinforce the sagging building. Okay. There's some place over here also.
I'm gone.
Let's check that out first.
Done. All right. All right. I'm gone. All right.
That looks like a dead Davis. You see the dead body of a Davis. The stench of its decay is overpowering, and from the looks of its rigid, unnatural posture, extreme rigor mortis has long since set in. Use your story's bones tell on the corpse. As you reach out with your power, there's a faint stirring in the air. The Davis body blurs for a moment. You feel a strange, wrenching pain in your skull, as if someone is hammering on it sharply, desperately. Try and focus. Your vision goes black for a moment, and the hammering pain fades until it sounds like it is coming from outside your skull. The darkness clears, and you hear the hammering coming from outside the building. The entire building seems hazy somehow, confused, as if you are seeing it through a mist. Keep focusing. The hammering dies, and you suddenly see a spectral version of the Davis entering the building. As it does, the windows and the doors become like water, suddenly sealing over the entrance Davis came through. Davis turns, pauses, and then begins a slow circuit of the room, examining the walls and hammering on each one as if testing it. The Davis completes its circuit of the room and then pauses by the door it once entered. It begins hammering, chipping away at the stone, but with every blow the wall repairs itself. The vision fades to black and the hammering continues, first at a steady pace, then slower, then slower. Your vision clears as the hammering ends, and you are once again standing beside the corpse of the Davis. It looks as if it's withered away here, trapped in the building. Okay.
What? Okay.
Sucks. Hammer. Well,
I'm gone.
talk to this guy. Greetings. It turns to face you and a series of symbols appear around its head. The symbols have a slight glow about them and they just hover there. I just thought you should know that I've discovered the body of a Davis in this alley. The Davis cocks its head slightly to one side. A number of symbols stream above its head, most of which indicate surprise and distress rather than words. Dead? Where? Truth, it lies in the abandoned building not far from here. It looks as though it got trapped inside somehow. Davis stares at you briefly, then bows slightly and floats off in the direction of the abandoned building. Farewell. Okay.
All right.
Don't
Done.
know what good that did us.
I'm gone.
It's really difficult seeing. Okay.
All right. I'm gone.
Difficult seeing what's what here, really.
All right.
This dark recess descends for a few feet before ending abruptly in a solid rock face.
Done.
Really.
All right.
This massive iron gate is rusted shut. There's no way to open it. Okay.
Done. I'm gone. I'm gone. Done. I'm gone.
Why do I get a feeling
I'm gone.
that I'm missing something here?
All right. I'm gone. I'm gone. I'm gone.
Okay.
I'm gone.
Can't go there, can't go here.
Done.
Uh-huh. Okay, there's a gate over here, actually.
All right. Done.
Uh-huh. This is the place I found you lying right. What? Okay. Stare in awe at the bizarre spectacle before you. What had appeared to be an ordinary, unremarkable bricked wall now throbs and pulsates with movement. The wall expands with curious elasticity, heaving outwards as if some unseen force were trying to push its way through the barrier from the other side. Slowly, the undulating mass begins to settle, its curves becoming more and more pronounced, and you find yourself at eye level with a stony caricature of a human face. What is that? I don't know. Anna stares at the face in disbelief, her hands nervously fingering her daggers. But I'm for leaving before we find out, eh? Not just yet. There is something. Suddenly, a strong breeze begins to blow around you, and the air is filled with an eerie sighing. The rushing wind grows stronger, and you can make out other sounds as well. The creaking of boards, the rustling of leaves, and the grinding of stone upon stone. After a few moments, the clamor ceases to be a cacophony of individual noises and begins to blend into one articulate sound. You can make out a voice that speaks softly, yet seems to come from all around you at once. You? It cannot be you. Greetings. The wind around you has stopped, but the voice is still somehow present. You are restored again? I saw you destroyed. Destroyed? Where? I saw you destroyed here in front of me. I see all within me. Do you know what happened to me? Things that cast no shadow were a shadow. They rose around you, tore you down. Do you not remember? You concentrate on the strange voice, composed of sounds around you. Somewhere in the deepest recesses of your mind, there is a brief glimmer of recollection. You feel as though there is something vaguely familiar about the sounds. Close your eyes. Try to remember. Okay. Yes, you remember. The voice of the alley rings in your ears, scattering the images from your mind and returning you back to the present. Destroyed as soon I shall be. I cannot delay division much longer. Pressure builds. Soon stones will crumble and the floating ones will repair me to destruction. You're dying? Pressure is too much, too many places folded inside. Not enough space. Must divide. It must be in the way. What are you talking about? I think it's pregnant. What? Oh. Freaky. So, where are we technically standing right now? I really don't want to know the answer to that, Mort. The voice continues. Help me to divide, branch out, expand. New apertures will open. You may use them to travel to the lower ward. What do you need to divide? A floating one is no longer upon me. It no longer repairs, no longer interferes. The Davis back in the alley, yes. I told him about the dead Davis I found, and he left to seek it out.
Updated my journal.
Okay, so that was easy. Yes, the floating one no longer repairs. It is now with the others. I have closed myself around it. It remains inside me forever. I see, now that it's trapped, you can divide without interference, right? Still, I cannot divide. Too weak, cannot undo floating one's repairs. Its changes must be reversed before I can divide. You must undo the floating one's repairs for me. You want me to undo the Davis changes? How? How can I reverse the repairs? I'm no carpenter. Seek out the parts of me the floating one has changed. Reverse the changes. Undo the repairs. Must be exact, precise. Only then can I divide. Very well, I'll finally reverse the repairs for you. I'll probably need some tools. A hammer and pry bar should do the trick.
Updated my
Where's
journal.
tricks?
Okay. Fortunately, I have both. Anna leveled up her thief class. 4 hit points. 20 thief skill points. So I'm not gonna pick any pockets, probably not gonna open any doors. Pump up strength. I mean stealth. Strength, yeah, that would be the day. Okay. Never mind, farewell. Okay, so the place where I need to fix things is probably here.
All right.
This dilapidated structure seems on the verge of collapse. Several boards have recently been nailed into place to reinforce the sagging building, yeah. Examine the structure more closely. It appears as if the Davis was in the process of repairing this building. Several newer and sturdier boards have been nailed into place over the old ones. With the right tool, it may be possible to reverse the repairs. Use the pry bar to loosen the boards. One by one, you pry loose the fresh boards from the face of the building. As the last board comes free, the building emits a loud groan as its weight shifts unsteadily upon its now unsupported frame.
I'm gone.
Okay.
All right.
What about this then? Must be at least one more spot.
Done.
I thought for sure that this was it, but maybe I was wrong. Yeah, doesn't seem like it.
Done. I'm gone. All right. Done.
Oh, we can move in here. Really?
Done. Done.
Has to be something to do. Do with this, right?
Done. Done. All right. I'm gone.
I reversed the repairs at one side. Tell me again where I can find the other. The two places are upon me. One is west of the other, one is east of the other. Very descriptive, thanks.
I'm gone.
Well,
I'm gone.
I hope it's not something stupid like... No, that's one place. Okay, so either it's up here.
I'm
which I
all
don't
right.
think it is.
Done. Done.
Irritating part is that this should really be.
All right.
Locked.
I'm gone.
Oh, there.
All right.
Makes sense. Number of planks on the side of the structure appears to have been recently pried loose. Examine the structure. It appears as though the Davis was attempting to tear down this ancient structure. Use the hammer to nail the boards back into place. Awesome. You notice that, strangely enough, the building no longer appears quite as old as it did at first glance. Well, there we go.
All right. I'm gone.
I reversed the repairs as you've asked. Yes, all is in order, I'm grateful. Again, the wind begins to blow around you, this time with fierce intensity. The omnipresent sound of the alley began to increase in volume until the soft murmur of the voice is nearly drowned out by the ensuing racket. Now you must go, the vision begins. The way is now open to you. Whoa. 16,250 XP. The stone face before you begins to transform once again, its mass shifting and roiling as you look on. The entire wall seems to melt before your eyes, exposing a narrow passageway beyond. The ground underfoot suddenly begins to rock violently, and the soft sighing of the wind intensifies to a more urgent, almost human-like moaning. You can hear the sound of crashing stones and snapping boards all around you as you dash into the passageway.
Updated my
Looks like
journal.
my skills have increased.
Whoa. Okay, so what do we have here? You look like you might be interested in some fine clothes. Yes, I'm naked and covered in tattoos and scars. But that's a skull in it, that's what he wants. Grab it. Oh my god. They just kidnapped Mort.
All right.
What an obvious diversion that was. Like, oh, you look like you need some clothes. Yes.
Done.
Very interesting clothes, that's why I dress like this. Okay, so Mort got skull napped. Well, I guess it could be worse. Yeah, go figure. So,
Why not?
Anna, you're gonna have to carry his stuff, I guess. It's a lot of stuff, actually. They even pried out his teeth. Bastards. So, it seems we got a bit further. We got into the lower ward, it seems. Dirty rat charm. Just don't know if I'm gonna use those. Yeah, it seems like we got into the lower ward and actually you have 20 needle and thread. Dakon needs all the healing stuff that we can muster. Hard charms. And we lost Mort, but you know what? More XP for the rest of us. I'm pretty sure we'll get him back somehow. Intestines, nice. Really nice. Okay, so I think we're at the point where we're going to reorganize our remaining party members a bit, and we have lots of stuff we want to get rid of. We only have one bloodfly charm. Yes. Obsidian earring. Yeah. Anna can use this. She can use 2 earrings as well. Nice. Silver bracelet. Hammer. So we got some loot we want to sell, and tenement storeroom key. I doubt we're gonna need that again. Take it from the starved dog's sentry in the main hall of the tenement of thugs. I'm not gonna need that anymore either. Anna, you like Mort so much, you can carry his teeth. Sadistic frame. So yeah, I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna, because we went a bit further than I thought, we got into a new area of the map, and there's lots of things I guess to be done here. So before we do that, we have 5,685 jinky gold pieces to spend, and lots of stuff to get rid of, and yeah, lots of things to do basically. I think we're gonna do those things before we progress further. That fight in the starved dog's tenement kind of convinced me that we need to look over our equipment and loadout and things. Beware of shadows. Beware of shad. Beware of places where the night live. What? There is no natural darkness. Okay. Interesting. Actually, let's get rid of that. I'm gonna carry Suego's skull around also, for no apparent reason. Tome of Bone and Ash. Actually, we can maybe sell that. I hope. Yeah, so okay, let's have a look around here. To the Alley of Lingering Sighs, yes. What's this? Great Foundry. Marketplace, that's pretty good. Pawn shop. Warehouse. Print shop. Wrecked house. So maybe go to the marketplace, but first of all, I guess
I'm gone.
we should find clues to where Mort is, I guess. Horror. You see a middle-aged man wearing dusty clothes. He does not appear to be in the best of health, like basically all of the citizens of Sigil. His skin is pale yellow, and you see an occasional pustule along his arms. Greetings. He turns and glances at you from behind hollow eyes, his eyes narrow in suspicion. Once again, like all the people of Sigil, when you talk to them. As he continues to glance around. What do you want? His voice is raspy. I have some questions. He turns his attention to you. Why are you bothering me for? I look the part of a tout. You're available. Yeah, you seem to be a knowledgeable individual that I can learn from. Very charming of me. He sighs. What you be wanting to know? Are you feeling alright? Nothing a few years of death won't cure. He coughs and looks up. Air's been getting worse in the ward of late. By my reckon, it should level out once the Great Foundry settles, or a wind blows through from the spire. What's with the air here? It's mostly because of all the portals. He has a coughing fit and then returns to his attention to you. What do you mean? Lots of doors to the lower planes here let in bad air and fumes and such from who knows what layer of the abyss. That's why this here's the lower ward. He laughs. A jaunt through this area is like breathing in a meal. Salt, smoke, pipeweed, it's all yellow blankets of smoke and stinging sulfurous gas that this ward spits out. Gives you a gap-toothed smile. Pretty, eh? Yes, you mentioned the foundry. Center of the ward, pretty much. Look for the stacks. Them godsmen make a bunch of things out of iron. Nothing fancy, but they work. Add to the bad air, too. Godsmen. The believers have their kip in the Great Foundry, banging and singing and chanting their barmy silliness on being powers in the next 10 upon 10 and a bunch of other 10 lifetimes. He rolls his eyes and spits a brown mass from his mouth. All they do is suffer and slave and work. I slave twice as hard and no way I am going to be any sort of power. You understand me, Burke? He laughs hollowly. Said something about the winds. At times, wind blows in from Sigil's spire, driving the smog out. He glances up and coughs. For a while. Okay, other questions. What can you tell me about this ward? Yeah, he looks at you like you're crazy. You clueless? Craftsmen, shops, warehouses, all have their kip here. He squints at you, his eyes somewhat bleary. You looking for something in particular? Yes, stuff to spend my hard-earned jink on. What's there to do around here? He studies you for a moment and looks at you knowingly. You're looking to get your iron tempered, maybe? He laughs, which breaks into coughing. None of them places near. Might try some of the kips in the other wards, if that's what you be after. Excuse me? He laughs again, which breaks into an even greater fit of coughing. Sorry, Cutter, never you mind. You looking for something in particular? I'd like to buy some things. If you're looking to buy an item or two or peddle some higher merchandise, then I would make one's way to the open air market. He starts coughing again. What can you tell me about the market? It gives you a wicked smile. You can buy and sell there, Burke. It'd be a market. What else is there to say about it? Yeah, I agree. Who are you? He gives you a slight bow. Name's Korer. In my days, I was a pretty good warrior. Pauses and sighs. Well, them days is over, but I still know a trick or two. Can you teach me the warrior's way? Well, why not? Sure you want to give up your current profession? Okay. You know what? I want to see what happens when we switch. I haven't switched classes after I switched to mage, so let me think about it and I'm just gonna check. Okay, so I'm a level 7 mage, 76,000 XP, next level 90,000, fine. What happens if I switch to warrior? Dakon can switch me back. You want to give up your current profession? Yes, I'm sure. Okay, unusable items placed in backpack. Can you tell me if I'm ready for more instruction? I think it could teach you a bit more. I'm ready. What can you teach me? What you be wanting to learn? Okay, here we go. Teach me to fight with my fists. Teach me how to use daggers. I'm not up to training today, I'll come back later. Yeah, I think we're gonna train daggers, I guess. Let's just see here. Okay, so I'm a level 6 fighter with 34,600 experience. Interesting. Now if I talk to Dakon, I should be able to switch back.
What is your will?
Can I talk to you about your teachings? I wish to give up my current profession and resume the study of the art. Can you train me? Well, that's simple enough. And I get back my XP. Great. So, painless switching between classes. I want to be a warrior. Decide already. So, teach me how to use daggers, because daggers I can use with my mage class. Daggers, huh? Well, I can teach you if you want. Yes. Now what? Thank you, that's all I wanted to know. Okay, so now I have 2 proficiencies in edged weapons. 4 unused slots. Lawful goody two shoes. Well, it's okay. So let's train daggers. Teach me daggers. Well, that's it. Thank you. That's all I wanted to know today. No, actually, I want to learn more daggers. Yeah, I'd like to learn to use this weapon. Well, nothing more I can teach you right now, not unless you devoted your whole life to being a warrior. You got to specialize in being a warrior if you want to get better. You've not got that devotion to the fighting craft. Only when you turn your body into a weapon can you learn more from me. Okay. There's no real point in...
Updated my journal.
I was told I couldn't learn more about weapons unless I specialized in the path of the warrior, a more rigorous devotion to the fighting arts. Never forsaking them for thievery or magecraft should grant me the specializations my tutor speaks of. Yeah, but we're a mage, so that's not gonna happen, is it? So, okay, 3 proficiencies in edged weapons. Ah, but 1.5 attacks, that's good. That's very good.
I'm gone.
So actually, Anna can teach me about thieving, right? Not that it really is any use
What
to
is it
me.
you want then?
Anna, can you train me in thieving skills? What are you on about? Yes, I want to give up weapon craft for a while and take up stealthier pursuits. Mostly because I can just switch between classes. I guess it's gonna give me something. I want to give up weapon craft, yes. Are you serious? No, I'm just kidding, but yes, I want to learn how to be a thief. Can you teach me? Nah, you're too slow, you are. You move like a sack of stones. That's my best accent there. She frowns. You need to be quicker on your feet and quicker to strike for me to be able to teach you anything. Lash out and grab her arm. As you lash out, Anna immediately dodges back with a hiss. Hey, I saw that coming across the spire, I did. Slow you are, and you need to be a lot faster to catch me, you will. She relaxes slightly. Still, you do got some quickness in your limbs. Great. So, will you teach me? She looks skeptical, then rolls her eyes. Hey, I can, but to do it, you need to shut your trap and listen to me and follow my lead. Jig? Very well. There's a few things you need to pick up on if you want to be hard to catch. You'll need to know the ways of staying hid when you don't want no one else to see you. Alright. You got to know where you are and how quick you can become part of where you are. She flicks her tail after each word as if for emphasis. When you have the way of that, you'll be like a shadow, you will. If you choose to hide in darkened areas, you will gain a bonus to your chance to hide in shadows. Okay, so how do I do that?
Updated my journal.
More important is how you not to do it. You can't stay hid when someone's got an eye for you. You're attacking someone, nor when you're trying to fix a lock to open. So be sure to be careful when you take the hiding jig. To hide in shadows, select the stealth icon from the special abilities. When selected, you will have a chance to hide in the shadows. So what's the point of hiding in shadows?
Updated my journal.
Because Anna corkscrews her tail for emphasis. When you step out of the shadows and give someone that extra twist of the knife in the back, it hurts a lot more. It's a special trait of being unseen, it is. When you strike someone from the shadows, it can double, triple, even quadruple your damage. Oh. Next thing you'll learn is how to nick something from someone's pockets. It's a small matter, but it's like being part of the shadows. You got to choose your mark carefully, Jig. Clipping coins of hivers is easy, but more powerful, knowing folks are harder to pull the sheet over. Angry Burks, you can't even try to nick anything from them. Chances are, if they're onto you, you'll be drawing their gaze, you will. Sounds like too risky to be of any use. Well, Anna smirks. purses of a lot of townsfolk can add up, they can. And sometimes they've tucked away something more than copper. And that's a find it is. She smiles. And merchants, you can nick something from one of their stores if you're quick enough. Pickpocket, select the thief skill icon from the special abilities button on the quick menu, then drag the cursor over a target. It will change to the pickpocket icon. Stealing from stores is done through the button on the store screen. What if the merchants keep their stock locked up? Well now, you got to know the way of how to coax a lock that won't open to open, eh? It's a hard thing of times to do, but anything that's locked up is worth snapping open. Well, most times. Select the thief skill from special ability slot. Drag the cursor a locked door or a container. Alright. And that brings us to the next thing it does. If anyone's locked up something they don't want you to have, then it's copper sure that they might have something else for you to find with the lock. Usually one of them spinning beheading blades, a tear paper bag of death ants, a spray of Batezu backwash, and it ticks off all the traps on their fingers. Or a nasty spell or two, or three. So how do I spot these things? It's like the being a shadow bit, yeah. You need to pay mind to your surroundings. When you step into an area, take a look around. Anything out of sorts, a draft in a sealed corridor, a section of floor with a weird design, an important looking chest that's put squat in the middle of the room, and a jabs her tail at you. That's when you look for traps, you do. To look for traps, turn on Find Remove Traps icon. Okay. I thought it was passive actually, So how do I avoid these things? Avoiding it? Well, it's skinning the trap of the place you want to open, or B, that's the trick. Unless you're really sure you have about the same chance of removing a trap as you do finding it. But if you found it, Anna shrugs, you should have a good chance. To disarm traps, select the thief skill from the special abilities button on the quick menu and drag the cursor over the trapped area. Click on the trapped area and you will have a chance of disarming the trap. Right. Anything else? Alright. Alright then, she looks you up and down. Let's get down to the blood and sweat that comes with the job. She frowns as she studies you. First thing you need to do is change your stance. Know that loin jutting and leading with your stem, and that's you seem to favor. Alright. Okay, so we get some experience. Anna puts you through your paces. At the end of a short while, she takes a step back and nods. She seems impressed. Hey, you got the hang of it. Quick to catch on you are. I've probably been a thief 10 times in previous lives. Okay, other questions? No.
I feel stronger.
So... level up my thief then. 40 thief skill points gained. Well, I don't think I'm gonna go around picking pockets, so... I don't know. Opening doors, maybe? Stealth, I'm not gonna be sneaking around either, I think. Level 3. Okay, well, we got some XP.
What is your will?
I want to resume the study of the art. So, interesting system this year. You can really switch between all three classes. But it's not so bad. It's mage, yes. That is what we are. Right.
Done.
Actually, we're gonna ask this guy. I had a skull and it's been stolen from me. Do you know anyone who would do such a thing? It looks a little uncomfortable. Missing a skull, are you? Well now. You never heard such from me, but there's people in these parts that, he glances around, make a living by collecting heads of the dead. Work for a basher named Lothar. They call him the Master of the Bones. Where can I find this Lothar? He frowns. Now that's dangerous wigwag. If I were to say anything, which I'm not, I would say to keep an eye out for a gutted building here in the ward. Mayhap you would find something there, eh? He glares at you. But you never heard such a thing from me, eh? I must be going. Okay, so
I'm gone.
maybe it's not such a big deal to get.
My lungs feel like a chimney.
Yeah. Maybe it's not such a big deal to get Mort back. But I think our main objective now is still to sell off our loot, get some new equipment.
All right.
What's going on down here? You see a florid, boisterous man. He's shouting and carrying on like there's a war that's about to come through. Like he's got something lodged in his intestines. Like he's too excited about something to talk in a normal tone of voice. His rapid-fire delivery makes it difficult to understand him.
You sir, you there. You look like you used something. I'm not quite sure what it is yet, but give me the time, and I'll have it figured out on the spot. You need rooms? I've got rooms. You need supplies? I've got supplies.
Yes, what are you selling? Okay, easy enough. Okay, so you're selling this stuff, right. 150 copper seems about normal. Abyssal pipe. Enchanted axe. Oh, I guess we can sell these. No, we won't buy those, of course. Silver bracelet, bronze ring. Normally we get 60 coppers for these, I think. So maybe he's not the best. Actually, did he have anything to... That's Bacha. Did he have anything to sell? Cheese? Stinger earring. Stinger earring, +2 to armor class and +2 armor class versus piercing attacks. Nice. This earring has been made from the hardened shell of a segmented larva-like creature. Its shell has been treated with some sort of glazed finish that makes it look disturbingly alive. The wire that hooks to the ear looks like it's part of the larva itself. Perhaps it's stinger or antenna. To activate the earring's power, the wearer must prick his thumb with the stinger, allowing it to bond with its new owner. When awakened, this earring helps protect the wearer from attacks, giving the wearer's skin the same strength and durability of the larva's shell. +2 armor class is pretty good for an earring. 1,562 coppers. Scroll of Friends. One's charm, one's beauty, and one's charisma are oftentimes the key to gaining the trust of strangers and new friends. When casted, caster temporarily gains 2 to 8 points of charisma, which could be helpful in making new friends or opening new paths. That's very good. We're gonna buy that for sure. Scroll of Luck. Grants 2 to 8 points to the target's luck for 5 seconds per level of the caster. Increases the chance for success in various efforts, such as attacking, thieving skills, or saving throws and the like. Probably pretty useful. Scroll of Friends.
It's in my spell book.
I wonder if it charisma helps you barter. I think it does. Let's put friends in there. Let's put it twice in there. Strength. Take equal damage now. Okay. You had rooms, you said? Yes. Merchant, peasant, noble, royal. I can only buy merchant. Okay, how much is that? This room is small but cozy with a comfortable if somewhat small bed. Though most people will gain 20 hit points from a full night's rest here, you will awaken having recovered entirely. Well, that's good. 20 coppers I can spend. Yes. And I have my spells, right? Yes. Well, let's try it. Let's try to cast it. There we go. 21 charisma. Well, if this doesn't make me charming, let's check. Trading. Yeah, that took over 300 coppers off the price of the Stinger earring. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. But actually it didn't change the prices of selling. I kind of doubt that we're gonna get the price down more, so 1,162. We're gonna spend our jink.
Lungs feel like a chimney.
Cool, so let's
All right.
get into this place. I guess it's market, right? Awesome. Male shopper. This looks like a pretty good place to pickpocket people, actually, if we're into that. You see an older man with long white hair and a weathered yellow skin. He stands tall despite his obvious age. He smiles and gives you a slight bow. Greetings. And to you as well, Cutter. How may I serve you? He raises his eyebrows as he awaits your answer. I'm interested in some spells. I'm interested in what you have for sale. I'm interested in some spells. He nods and glances about the market. Forgive me, Cutter, I only sell magical items. You should talk to Cinder. His stall is over by the furnace towards the exit. Okay, show me what you have for sale. Lux Oddities. He sells charms. Whoa, what's this? Magus Shield. Armor class 4, usable only by mages. This bracelet is a variation of the Magus Guard, essentially using the same spells and glyphs as its predecessor. The Magus Shield is better able to focus the energy of the enchantments placed upon it. Okay, so it's an upgrade, I guess. Yeah. 2 armor classes. It's pretty cool. Spider bracelet. Whoa. 25% resistance to all normal attacks. Plus 10 base hit points. -1 intelligence, -1 wisdom. 25% resistance to normal attacks, that's pretty huge. In actuality, this is a living spider, not jewelry. When attached to one's wrist, the spider will sink its fangs into the user's flesh and feed from the host, providing both beneficial and detrimental effects. This sounds like usable only by thieves, so it sounds like something for Anna. Serpent ring. Immune to poison, 33% resistance to magic, and +2 save versus spells. This appears to be a baby serpent of some sort that has been frozen into the shape of a ring. Its eyes glitter and swirl like jewels, and even appear to move occasionally. It's also pretty huge. I mean, 33% resistance to magic and +2 save. But only for Anna. Okay, Traveler, Ring of the Traveler, Displacer Ring. +2 armor class. Created from the blood of a displacer beast, this ring is able to partially redirect the force of any ordinary weapon. This results in making the user harder to hit, and when hit, takes less damage than normal. Sadistic frame again. Okay, so these are pretty good items. But we're gonna use all of our jink to buy these. We could sell Shamanic Rod. Okay. Abyssal Pipe, he buys those. We don't Cloud Kill, I guess. It's a very powerful spell, but I prefer to make my characters powerful than using like one-time items. Doesn't buy weapons. Tome of Bone and Ash. I've been carrying this around. Don't think it does anything. Doesn't buy jewelry. Sell that. Abyssal Pipe. now we have 2 spellcasters. We don't really need an item, I think. Let's sell it. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and buy these. Inventory is full, okay. Still have 1000. Don't know if we need a Ring of the Traveler actually. Let's check. Oh yeah, we can sell the Mage's Guard. What? Okay, these are all for Anna. +2 armor class. Already have +2 armor class from my earring. Dakon can't use earrings. Of course not. So we have to drop one of these. +10 to stealth or +5% to open locks. So Anna has -1 to armor class now. That's pretty good. Spider bracelet. Serpent ring. You know, immune to poison is better than plus against saving throws to poison. That's pretty huge actually. Nameless one has -1 as well, so Dakon is our problem as usual. But he has an empty slot actually. Everyone has -1. Cool. Oh yeah, we have tattoos also we can get. I have a feeling we can buy lots of stuff. We could actually increase. Upgrade quite a bit.
Done. I'm gone.
What do we have here? You see an older, stern-looking man. His face is a mixture of wrinkles and frown lines. Greetings. Gives you a quick, stiff bow. Hey, greetings to you as well. Answers my name. What you be needing? Some questions. Gives you a toothless grin. I reckon I got lots of time to give you the chance. What you be needing to know? What's that furnace used for? He glances at the furnace and then lowers his voice. The furnace does nothing other than teach me lazy boy responsibility. That boy's always japping and talking and such, reckoning himself a scholar and don't know the value of real work. If you have serious questions, well, it may be better to ask them me. Okay, some guy. I need to buy some weapons. Okay. Well, then this guy has to buy weapons too, right? Bone dagger. 1 to 6 piercing +1 damage. Enchanted. Notched dagger. +2 enchanted. That's pretty good. We're not using fist weapons, unfortunately. Because we can't use them as a mage. That's pretty sick. Transfers hit points from target to wielder. Okay, well, notched dagger for sure then. Enchanted hammer, yes please, let's get rid of these. Leg bone club. Battle axe. Club of nettles. It's a +2 weapon that causes confusion. Only usable by thieves. But here's a mace, doesn't seem very interesting. Battle axe, no. Hollow axe. Punch daggers. And we're cleaning out the inventory. Hammer. Lots of jewels we want to sell. When used, this item causes an attacker to feel the same pain and hurt that he has inflicted upon the user. Pain mirror. It feels pretty useless, but maybe there's creatures that can't be injured in any other way or something like that. Otherwise, it doesn't really seem to have any purpose. This is the full price for these items. Unfortunately, it doesn't buy them. Okay, well, let's get that notched dagger then, I guess. Background ambience is yeah.
That one's twice the price.
Green steel dagger. I want to sell the green steel dagger. 3 coppers. Notched dagger. I have to check my yeah, to hit armor class 0 is 12 now. 1.5 attack. It's pretty good. Laszlo's tending the furnace. Well, we'll talk to him later, I think. We're not gonna get into the lore of this or the quests and stuff of the lower ward until we're done here. Greetings. You see a large blustery merchant. He looks to be totally hairless, and his pale yellow skin is scarred as if from burns. He looks at you intently as you approach. He smiles at you. Greetings, I'm Cinder. I've heard about ya. You be the scarred, clueless fellow that be going around the wards asking questions. What can I be helping you with? You look like you have a few scars yourself. He frowns, then begins to laugh. Hey, that I do. A few years back you had me keep set up in the hive. Some barmy mage decided to burn the ward right out of sigil. Almost took me with it. Sick for a month I was. A month? That's not at all long. He nods and gets a faraway look for a moment. Hey, it could have been worse. Local mage healed me, fixed the scars and all. Could have grown my hair back, but I kinda like the look. Do you think this mage could help me with my scars? He looks you over, then shrugs. I don't see why not. Your scars don't look that bad. He looks at you closely. Hey, now's who's to say? You should talk to him yourself. Name's Sebastian, and he's set up Kip over by the foundry. I may do that. I have some questions for you. So this guy, first guy was magic items, second guy was weapons, so I guess this guy is spells. Yes. Knock, what is that? With knock, all locked doors, chest boxes or shackles shall be unlocked. But it doesn't affect barred gates and the like. In addition, it can only affect up to 2 impediments per spell. Blur. Blur causes the wizard's form to shift and blur, making it much more difficult to attack the caster. It causes all incoming attacks to be made at -3 penalty and grants the wizard +1 on all saving throws. Cone of Cold. Cone-shaped area of extreme cold from the caster's hands in a 30-foot long cone. Deals 1 to 4 +1 points of damage per level of the caster to a maximum of 10 to 40 +10. Ooh, okay. Half saving throws. It's pretty powerful. Cloak of Warding. Spell summons a magical cloak of force around your body that absorbs damage. The spell creates a shield effect similar to the shield spell that absorbs 3 to 12 points of damage +1 point per level of the caster. Once it has absorbed this amount of damage, it shatters or powers down. The spell will also expire after 5 seconds per level of the caster. Hold Undead. Tasha's unbearable derisive laughter. This spell allows the caster to mobilize 1 to 3 undead creatures, provided that the total HD of the creatures is equal to or less than the caster's level. HD, I don't remember. That's from the AD&D rules. What man does not feel their body filled with burning shame when mocked by a woman? Fill the ears of your enemies with the derisive scorn of a woman's laughter. Their bodies shall become clumsy and foolish, easily struck, and confidence shall be leached from their muscles, weakening their blows. Occurs in a 30-foot radius from that spot. All male living creatures with intelligence over 4 in range of the spell must make a saving throw versus spells or get -2 to their attacks, -2 to armor class, and -2 to their damage rolls for 5 seconds per level of the caster. Weird. Vampiric Touch. When the player touches a non-undead creature, he drains 1 to 6 health points from the target for every 2 wizard levels he has. The damage that he drains is then transferred to the caster and added to their total HP. Any HP over the normal maximum is treated as temporary hit points, which will be lost after 1 hour if not used beforehand. It's still pretty good because you can buff your HP. Scroll of Confusion. This spell causes 1 to 4 creatures +1 creature per level to become confused and unsure of themselves. They will either 1. Wander away, 2. Stand confused, 3. Attack nearest creature, 4. Act normal. It's also pretty good. Force missiles. Like the magic missile, this spell creates a mystical globe of magical energy which will successfully hit its target for 2 to 8 points of damage regardless of saving throw. It then explodes with a concussive blast that does 1 point of damage per level of the caster within a 3-foot radius. If a saving throw is made, then this concussive damage is negated. The wizard creates 1 missile at 7th. Plus an additional missile every 2nd level after 7, for a max of 7 missiles. Yeah, we have quite a lot of spells we would like to have actually. Remove Curse, Shroud of Improved Strength, Shroud of Shadows, remove Curse, Improved Strength. Improved Strength allows the recipient of the spell to ignore race or class restrictions on his max strength score, possibly reaching scores as high as 25. So a warrior can reach 25 strength with this. When this spell is cast, a targeting cursor appears and the player may select any target within touch range. The recipient of this spell gains the following abilities: +3 to armor class, +10% to stealth, and targets have a -1 penalty to hit the caster. 5 to 20 seconds plus 10 seconds. I hope that's per level. Okay, so we have lots of spells we want to buy also. Okay, no one here. Okay, well, Friends has worn off, but on the other hand, it doesn't affect our sales price. Okay, so... I had a crash for some reason there. Don't really know why, but I had to go back, and I think we are back where we were. I bought all these items again. And I want to sell the Mage's Guard, I think. And yeah. 2,131. Feels like I forgot something. No, I have the notched dagger.
Done.
I'm not 100% sure that we are exactly where we were, but we'll see. At least it didn't crash this time. Talk to this merchant. Yeah. I did sell the shamanic rod. I don't know if I did that last time. I don't remember. Okay, he doesn't even buy the Mage's Guard, okay. maybe this dude can help us if we can get to him, which we can't.
I'm gone.
Yes, actually he can buy it from us. That's good. Also, we don't need this Gerise's ring. +3 save versus poison. I don't think. Don't think that's such a great deal. Okay, well, I kind of got off track there a bit.
I'm gone.
I don't know why it crashed, and then I had to do some other stuff, so... But I do think I know what I'm going to do, actually. I think we're gonna go back to the hive, and then we're going to look for that tattoo artist. In his studio.
All right. All right.
I think this is it. Yes.
Daft. We'll draw the lady's gaze. If we stay here, we will.
Okay. Let's talk to him. Fell turns to face you as you approach. Next to you, Anna stiffens as he catches sight of Fell. Anna, what's wrong? Are you daft? Anna turns to you and you suddenly realize she's frightened. Are you so pig-eager to dance in the lady's shadow you'll bandy words with this one? Let's give this place a laugh before we get penned in the dead book. What's the problem? It's Fell! Anna throws a fearful glance at the creature, presumably Fell. Let's be away, eh? No good will come of being here, so it won't. I'll ask again, what's the problem? He's a Dabus who's not a Dabus, eh? He walks on the ground. Anna's voice drops to a whisper and she starts trembling. No more questions. Let's give this place a laugh, eh? No, I don't think so. I think I'm going to acquire tattoos. Anna, no harm will come to you while I'm here, because I'm blue and... no, okay. Now tell me what's wrong. Anna throws a frightened glance at Fell. Fell's a Dabus who angered her. It's said that he's a Dabus who isn't a Dabus, and the time's close when the lady's gaze will fall on him, so it will. Her? You mean the Lady of Pain? Hey, and heed your tongue. Anna makes another semi-circle in the air in front of her as you mention the lady's name. The Dabus work for the lady and she protects them. Except Fell. She shudders. Let's be away, eh? I'd like to speak to Fell first. Anna grabs your arm. Please, nay, nay. No good will come of it. Anyone speaking to Fell could draw the lady's gaze. I don't want to die, I don't. To your surprise, Anna looks close to tears. Promise. Anna, no harm will come to you while I'm here. I promise. I just want to speak to him for a moment. For a minute, Anna just looks at you. For a minute. Then something in your gaze seems to calm her, for she steels herself. I don't know why. She shakes her head. Go on then, talk to him. I don't care. There's an undercurrent of fear in her voice. There's an undercurrent of boredom in my voice. The Davis waits patiently, its hands tucked into its sleeves. A series of symbols materialize above its head, then dissipate, and a question mark appears. I had some questions for you. The Davis waits. You say you met me before. Did you do the tattoos on this dismembered arm I found, Fel? Fel examines it for a moment, tracing the patterns with his finger. He then looks up and a series of rebuses form, hazy at first, then come sharply into focus. The arm is yours, the tattoos are mine. One tattoo speaks of a time when your path was shared by 4 others. Okay. What 4 others? 4 strings of a symbol swirl from Fel's head, matching the pattern upon the dismembered arm. They speak of 4. Shall I tell you their hearts? Yes, please tell me their hearts.
Updated my journal.
The symbols swirl before you and you piece them together. One unloved who loves one who does not love. Okay. Maybe my ex-girlfriend. One who does not see what others see and sees what others do not. One who is familiar and bound with duty. One who is a slave and his chains are words. Okay. As you finish translating, the 4 strings seem to form themselves into links, and they merge into a chain. The chain bends until it is a symbol you feel you recognize. That symbol, what is it? The symbol sharpens, gaining edges that are almost painful to your eyes. It is Torment. It is that which draws all tormented souls to you. Fel nods at your left arm, at your shoulder. The flesh knows it suffers even when the mind has forgotten, and so you wear the rune always. Okay. You mentioned that there were other tattoos on the arm. What others? Fel examines the arm again, tracing the other faded tattoos upon its surface. As he does, they each appear as a symbol above his head, hazy at first, then coming into focus sharply. He turns to face you. Once forgotten, now remembered. You may wear them again if you wish. Okay, I would like to see what these tattoos are. Can I see what tattoos you now have to share? Okay. And these tattoos are like items basically. Tattoo of the art. +1 to intelligence, 1 additional 1st level mage spell, 1 additional 2nd level mage spell. About 3,600. Should probably use a friend spell before I buy anything from him. Razor Angel Ink invokes protection from evil. A reminder of the aid you gave to the Razor Angels. Okay, so we get all these tattoos are kind of from events. Tattoo of the Restless Dead. Recognizes your effort to calm the restless dead of the mausoleum. Tenement of Shadows. Plus 15% stealth skill bonus. This tattoo tells of your experience in escaping the tenement of the starved dogs. Actually, I didn't sneak, I just went in and I beat the snot out of those starved dogs. But okay, Tattoo of Anna. Usable only by the nameless one. +2 strength. +2 intelligence, that's pretty neat. +1 wisdom. +2 wisdom. Now we're talking. Wisdom was the attribute we needed to unlock the teachings of Serthamon. So if I get a tattoo of the soul, I could probably unlock more spells and XP. Tattoo of action. Tattoo of health. +1 constitution, that's pretty good. Greater health. Greater presence. That could be useful also, actually. Fix the prices in the shops. Should probably have gotten this before I started my shopping spree. Tattoo of enduring, that's for Dakon. So he can shut up about it. Tattoo warding, +1 armor class. Pretty good. Tattoo of the Lost Incarnation, that sounds like something. Grants experience points when invoked. Increases regeneration rate when worn. This tattoo came from the severed arm you found in the dismembered crypt. Apparently this tattoo tells of the experience of one of your past incarnations. The symbols and tales are unfamiliar to you, but it seems to tell of a time when you were lost and abandoned on the streets of the Hive, barely able to make a living, robbing and stealing from others you encountered. The crimes the Lost Incarnation committed eventually drove him to seek shelter in the Weeping Stone catacombs, where he survived for almost a year. When worn, the tattoo seems to bring out a survival instinct in you, forcing your body to react to any damage you take and heal wounds faster. If you choose to tap into the tattoo's power, some of the memories of hiding beneath sigil will return to you, giving you the benefit of the previous incarnation's experience. It can only do this once, but even after the tattoo is invoked, the increased regeneration rate will remain. Interesting. Tattoo wasting darkness. This tattoo came from the severed arm you found. Okay. Tattoo makes concealing yourself easier. Also has some memories. It's pretty expensive to get it just to get some memories. Even though I don't know what they do really. Tattoo of the Weeping Stones. Plus 10% resistance to cold. +1 armor class. -1 charisma. That's not so good. Tattoo of Silent Coins. Lots of memories from these tattoos. Tattoo of Accuracy, +1 to hit armor class 0, that's great, actually. Only 300 coppers too. +1 damage, also pretty good. Tattoo of Insight, not so good. +2 armor class. Usable only by fighters. Wonder if Dakon can use it. Yes, he can. Also Anna seems to be able to use it. strangely enough. Well, I've come to the conclusion that I don't have enough money, that's for sure. $2,700, that's quite a difference actually. Greater presence gives +2 to charisma. Now it costs 900. So let's buy it. Let's put that on. Now we're 23 charisma. Okay, so it still costs 2,700. Huh. Okay, so that didn't do anything then. But we need a tattoo of the soul for sure. Tattoo warding seems pretty reasonable for the price. Okay, so we can buy several. Several copies. Tattoo of accuracy is also extremely good. Okay, I only had one of those. Tattoo of greater warding we really need. Bloodletting or warding. I think we go with more warding. Cool. So this was a bit of a waste then. I guess. We have 12 to hit armor class 0. What does Dakon have? 13. Anna. 16. But she only has 1 attack per round also. -2 armor class. It's pretty nice, I think. We have some loot we can sell as well. Wonder if I can buy this tattoo back. No. Okay, so we're gonna have to get more money. First,
What is your
let's
will?
talk to Dakon, because... or actually, wait. We're 20 wisdom now. Sixth Circle of Surthamon. That's where we were. Examine the plates, see if you can puzzle out any new combination. That sounds new. Yeah. As you examine the rings of the second circle, you find a strange link in the plate that mentions the laboring of the Gith people to achieve the rising. A new circle emerges from the link and you unlock it, pulling the plate forth so you can study it. Better get some coffee so I can read all this stuff. Know that the rising of the people against the Illithid was a thing built upon many turnings. Many were the people who lived and died under Time's blade while the rising was shaped. The rising was shaped upon a slow foundation. Steel was gathered so that it might mark Illithid flesh. A means of knowing the movements of the Illithid was established, at first weak and confused, then stronger, like a child finding its voice. When the movements were known, the Illithids were observed. In observing them, their ways of the mind were known. When the ways of the Illithid were known, many of the people were gathered and taught in secret the means to shield their minds and the way to harness their will as weapons. They were taught the scripture of steel, and most importantly, they were given the knowing of freedom. These things were not learned quickly. The knowing of much of the ways was slow, and in these things time's weight fell upon all. From the knowing of one's reflection in a steel blade, to the knowing of submerging the will, to the knowing of seeing itself. All of these things and more the people built upon. In time they came to know the whole. Great. I wish
What is your
my voice
will?
was a bit better today. I have read the Unbroken Circle of Surthamon. I want to speak more to you. There was a seventh circle within the Stone of Surthamon. It spoke of the building of the rebellion against the Illithids. Dakon falls silent. What does this seventh circle speak of? It speaks of time as an ally, not as an enemy. It says that patience can sharpen even the smallest of efforts into a weapon that can strike the heart of an empire. Your victories may be small, but over time, a greater victory may be achieved. Dakon is silent for a moment. Will you make this circle known to me? No. Yes. Take the Unbroken Circle of Surthamon and unlock the 7th circle. 5000 XP, items. As you take the circle and twist the links, 2 plates slide from the interior and into your hands. You have no idea where they came from, but the Unbroken Circle still seems intact. The 7th circle remains. Dakon watches you silently. There are 2 plates here. Perhaps we should both study them, you and I. Dakon is silent for a moment. There is much you have come to know of the circle, and your knowing carries a greater weight than mine. Dakon matches your gaze. Know that your path is mine, and it shall come to pass that as you knew the way of Certamon from me, I shall know the way of Certamon from you. Yes. Now the student has become the master. And so on. We'll study the plates later. Or actually, yes, let's study those plates right now. 7th Circle of Certamon. Missile of Patience into spellbook, okay.
It's in my spell book.
Spell has been added to my teachings.
Great. Missile of Patience. Could this spell be any more useless? Cried Ilnik, Mage of Amnar, the bane of mages everywhere. Could this be the practical joke of an archmage? Or living disproof of the old prime material axiom that good things come to those who wait? Interesting. Let's try it out later. Well, so how about... Yes, examine the plates and see if you can puzzle out the new combinations. As you examine the rings of the 7 circles of Certamon, you suddenly become aware of a pattern in the way the links are formed. You hook your fingers into the sides of the circle and unlock a hidden segment, pulling the plate forth so you can study it. Yes. Know that a mind divided divides the man. The will and the hand must be as one. In knowing the self, one becomes strong. Know that if you know a course of action to be true in your heart, do not betray it because the path leads to hardship. Know that without suffering the rising would have never been, and the people would never have come to know themselves. Know that there is nothing in all the worlds that can stand against unity. When all know a single purpose, when all hands are guided by one will, and all act with the same intent, the planes themselves may be moved. A divided mind is one that does not know itself. When it is divided, it cleaves the body in two. When one has a single purpose, the body is strengthened. In knowing the self, grows strong.
I feel stronger.
Okay, level up. Interesting. 1 characteristic point gain, 10 hit points. This is a bit difficult. What to spend our characteristic point on? Actually, I'm gonna put it in wisdom because why not? Your wisdom is of heroic proportions. Your wisdom surpasses that of mortal men. You gain a substantial bonus to all earned experience points. Well, that sounds great, actually. What about intelligence? There's no limit to the amount of spells you can put into your spell book. That also sounds pretty good. Substantial bonus to XP. We can raise intelligence later. Because now we have 21 wisdom, so if there's any more hidden stuff in that circle, we can find it. Let's talk to
What
Dakon.
is your will?
There was an 8th circle within the Stone of Serthamon. It spoke of division of the mind and the importance of focus. Dakon falls silent. When he speaks again, his tone is quiet, almost reverent. What does this 8th circle speak of? I don't know. It speaks of focus and discipline, about how not knowing oneself can physically divide the man. It also speaks of the weaknesses that division causes. It seems to me that it tells one to not only know themselves and take strength from that, but that your focus can reveal weaknesses in your enemy. Will you make this circle known to me? Wow, 10,000 XP. Or 20,000 actually, it looks like. As you take the circle and twist the links, 2 more plates slide from the interior and into your hands. As with the 7th circle, you have no idea where they came from, but the unbroken circle still seems intact. The 8th circle remains. Dakon watches you silently. There are 2 plates here. We should both study them, you and I. I think when you know the 8th circle, perhaps then you will know Serthamon's heart when he made the pronouncement of 2 skies. His words were not those of the Illithids, but of the people. Dakon stares at the plates, his eyes flickering over the geometries upon them, then looks up and matches your gaze. His blade bends, shifts, until the shimmering you noticed before has become a silver glow. He seems stronger somehow.
In knowing the teachings of Zerthamon, I have become stronger.
+1 strength, Ooh, we got, wow. +2 dexterity and +2 constitution. But that was the Dakon, I guess. Interesting. Know that when death comes for you, know that I shall meet its blade with mine. Know that when all dies around you, know I shall live for your sake. When we die, Dakon, it shall be the same death. It shall be the pronouncement of 2 deaths as one.
Updated my journal.
It's a bit strange this, but okay. Dakon. Suddenly becoming less of a wimp. 18 strength, 18 dex, 18 constitution, yeah. Pretty good, and just leveled up his fighter class as well. So let's see, to hit armor class 0 is 13. Let's level him up. 7 hit points gained. -4 armor class, that's pretty nice. One points improvement into hit armor class 0 as well. Pretty nice. I hate to say it, but Dakon is actually becoming more and more powerful. -4 is pretty insane actually. Can you use 2 tattoos? Warding? Yes, you can. Interesting. Yes, and we have a spell too. Allows users to copy Serthamon's focus in the spellbook.
It's in my spell book.
Let's do that.
spell has been added to my teachings.
This one looks new. When cast, the recipient's chances for a critical attack are raised for 5 seconds per level of the caster. Yeah. I hope that's good. I think the Axe of Torment is pretty good. Well, okay. We are leveling up by reading texts. Faction, I never noticed this before. Free League, Independence, In-Depths. Interesting. Which actually reminds me, we should be able to go to the Dustmen and tell them about Swego and about Farad. Maybe I can join the Dustmen, maybe there's some good stuff. And apart from that, we're gonna need to kill ourselves some thugs, I think.
Alright.
Because we need lots of loot now. Hello. See a heavyset looking man. I'll attack him, I guess. Shouldn't be a problem. Doubt that they can hit us now. Nice, getting lots of loot immediately. Plot charm, not useless.
I'm gone.
July.
Done.
Ready. Why not?
Rusty daggers, we don't like rusty daggers.
Done.
More thugs. Great. I forgot, there are lots of thugs here.
Damn.
Even Anna is really good at beating up thugs.
Done.
Right.
I'm gone. I'm gone. Done.
These thugs seem to be a bit special. This heavyset thug is swathed in rags dyed red and black. He looks like he is made almost purely of muscle. Greetings. How can I help you then, Governor? This man's face breaks into a sneer. Looks to me he needs a healer. Wipe that sneer off your face or you'll be the one needing a healer, Governor. I'd be watching where you be letting those threats fly, Governor. You let another one slip your tongue and I'll give you a second smile, Jig. If you think you can take me, come on. Good, we can get these guys as well. Yeah, it's not so hard.
Done.
I was wondering why these guys were standing around, but I thought maybe they had some other purpose, so I left them alone.
Why not? Aye, what? Might as well.
Dirty rat charm. Prayer beads. Okay.
Might as well.
Done.
Oh yeah, that was the guy we intervened. You're nothing but walking money bags.
All right.
What do you want to know?
So true. Bronze ring. Bracelets. Should be able to sell this. Yeah, we have 5 bronze bracelets and 8 rings.
I'm gone.
Should be a little money at least.
Aye? Might as well.
Right, so let's go to the Dustman. Actually, should be up here. We're gonna kill every thug we see from now on.
Die. I'm gone.
Right.
Hello, Governor. Getting lots of stuff from them actually. Down here is the bar. Yeah, okay. Hello.
Done.
So let's see. Emmerich, I vaguely remember him. I had some questions for you. I spoke to Farad and discovered where Farad is getting the bodies he brings you. I told him I wouldn't tell you, but now I know he's dead, so... Truth. They come from the catacombs beneath Sigil. He's taking the bodies you have buried and selling them back to you. When you bury them again, he just digs them up again. Emmerich falls silent. He is staring at you with his stony gaze, and you are suddenly struck with the feeling that his eyes are burrowing into your skull. Emmerich nods. You've done a service for the Dustman. He removes his hands from his sleeves, then lets his long sleeves drape across the table like a curtain. When he pulls them back, a small lapis lazuli coffin lies upon the table. It is a tiny thing, barely 2 inches wide and 3 inches long. The Dustman's symbol is engraved on the coffin lid. Last time I picked up a box, I wasn't too happy about it. But okay. As you pick up the coffin, it chirrups, unfolds and dissolves into a stream of hundreds of copper pieces, which you somehow manage to keep from spilling across the floor of the bar. How all these coins fit into this tiny coffin is beyond you. Thanks. I had some other questions. I found Suego. I would know his whereabouts. I found him in the catacombs beneath Sigil. He died there. Why was he there? He discovered a group of undead guardians who were protecting the catacombs. He was trying to convince them to join the True Death. Or he was infected with lycanthropy, which drove him into the catacombs. His mind was no longer his own, and his dustman beliefs were lost. I think that's more truthful, actually. Very well, you found him. Emmerich doesn't react to your answer other than give a slight nod. You've done all the tasks that I've asked of you. I will make you a dustman, an initiate of the 5th Circle. Do you still wish to be a member of the faction? Bring on the XP and Jink, yes. Your initiation requires a promise. Uh-oh. You must promise to serve the dustman. You must promise that you have left life behind. You must promise that your goal is to reach the True Death. Very well. It's not gonna be very easy for me because I reincarnate, so okay. Again. Do you believe the tenets of the Dustman? Lie. Yes. Yes. I shall act as your witness. Make the promise. Make vow. I promise to serve the Dustman. I left life behind. I seek only the True Death. Yes. You are now numbered among the dead. There are things I must tell you. The walking dead dwell among the Dustmen, work with the Dustmen, yet at other times they have been the enemies of the living. That has not escaped my notice. The Dustmen have a truce with all the dead. This truth is known as the Dead Truce. The dead shall never harm a Dustman as long as we uphold it. As Emmerich intones these words, you suddenly feel a strange crawling sensation in the back of your skull. It has something to do with the Dead Truce, but you can't recall what it is.
Updated my journal.
Furthermore, there exist magics that prolong life or interfere with death. Such magics are an anathema to our faction. They rarely work on members of our faction. Nothing must attempt to interfere with your passage to the True Death. Do you understand? What if it's difficult for the person in question to die? The nature of your question is unclear, Initiate. Truth, I think I'm immortal. Well, I know someone who is immortal and I'm asking on his behalf. What if the Dustman in question was immortal? Then they would not be a Dustman. Their belief in immortality would trap the initiate in this life, and they would never reach the True Death. Emmerich falls silent for a moment. What prompts such a question, Initiate? Their belief would trap them. How? Immortality is a choice. Belief, whether one's own or another's, affect the flesh. One is immortal when one does not want to give up life. But then, by your argument, death is also a choice. Why do people die in the first place? Death is also a choice, but unlike immortality, there are many that believe in death. Their belief permits us to die. Emmerich falls silent for a moment. We are not meant to live forever, Initiate. In our minds, we know this to be true. So, why would someone remain trapped in this false existence? To reach the True Death, one must divest themselves of all passions and any ties to this false existence. These things act as an anchor on the spirit. Many creatures, such as ghosts or other restless spirits, are confined to this false existence because of unfulfilled passions. I see. Faction-related questions. Does that non-resurrection policy include healing spells? Curative magics will work normally. Reincarnations and resurrection magics, however, should not be used on members of our orders. Such magics go against a believer's passage to true death. The question about the dead truce. What happens if I attack one of the walking dead? Then you will have broken the dead truce. What about self-defense? There will never be a situation where the dead will attack you as long as the truce is maintained. I see. As a dustman, what sort of assistance is available to me? As a dustman initiate, you will have access to our storehouse of knowledge and our storehouse of magic and items. You may also come to me if your body is in need of healing or if your body is in need of rest. What do you have in your storehouse? Okay. Embalming fluid. Dustman earring. Usable only by dustmen. %30 resistance to fire and cold, +2 saving throw versus death magic. Not too bad. But only dustmen can use it. Greater embalming charm. Punch daggers of true death. Poison. Death of desire. +2 mace. Thank you, but no thank you. Tome of Bone and Ash. Great. Minor embalming. +1 armor class for half an hour is pretty good, actually. Greater embalming. +2 hit points per level of the caster and +2 armor class for an hour. That's very good. Some healing spells. Usable only by priests. Well, then it's a bit difficult. We don't have any priest. There must be a priest if we can buy them, I guess. Aid. Well, okay, let's rest here. Feel whole again. Take my leave.
Done. I'm gone. Done.
We're out to hunt more thugs.
All right.
I guess.
I'm gone.
Actually, you know what I want to do? I want to test this missile. First, maybe I should.
All right.
Missile of Patience. Let's go. 10 damaged.
I'm gone.
I don't know. Could be worse, I guess. But on the other hand, a magic missile must do a lot more. Actually,
Right.
not too much more.
I'm gone. All right. All right.
10 damage, I wonder.
Done. I'm gone. All right.
You know what? We should actually go to
I'm gone. Done.
go to that old woman taught us magic.
Damn.
And see what kind of stuff she
I'm gone.
sells, because I don't remember.
Done.
I bet she sells some
Done.
spells as well. I don't think we ever checked that. Prayer beads. This is a necklace of red and black prayer beads.
I'm gone.
Oh yeah, the dead limbs.
Done.
Thugs. Don't think we've gotten hit once
All right.
fighting these thugs.
Damn.
Why not? Right?
Done.
Let's go to Ragpicker Square.
Done.
Oh yeah.
I'm gone.
This guy was really pissed off at us before. Let's see if he's still... Yes, he's still pissed. Collectors.